Stop sending me videos, y'all. If you're watching all them videos all day, every day, that means you got time to sit on your ass and be traumatized by that shit. I don't. All right. I've been asking too long for y'all to stop sending me fucking videos of all the shit that is happening to us. We know this shit is happening, but what the fuck do y'all? What are you going to commit to do about it? That's what the shit comes down to. I'm about to share a few situations we're actually dealing with right now as to why I don't have time to look at all them fucking videos y'all send every day. I'm also getting flooded with that one video I shared I think almost 2 weeks ago now, and daily it's like thousands of people interacting with that shit, so my notifications are being hidden. I'm getting a lot of messaging, so again, stop sending me those videos. The first situation, and this video is more so directed to the so-called officials that are in position to do something. And I want to start with Councilwoman Isabel Geraldo. She is the councilwoman who unthroned Kevin De Leon, racist ass. But unfortunately, from people who live in her district, what I've been hearing is she hasn't really come and really done shit, especially our folks on Skid Row, which is part of her district. But specifically right now, I am speaking on a black mother who I called your office Monday, and I spoke to one of your staffers named Rosie about a black mother who was living in the Ramona Gardens, East LA, I believe it's Boyle Heights. And her and other black families over there are dealing with a lot of racist activity, hate crimes, threats, and other shit. And some of it involves the same group known as the Hazards, the same group that was charged with firebombing a black family a few years ago. But she was relocated over into, I believe, Curran Price's district at the Avalon Gardens, where her 9-year-old daughter was molested by an 85-year-old Mexican. And fortunately, the police did respond in her favor. The Mexican man is now facing charges. She actually has to go back to court this coming Monday. However, people in the housing agency, including a black woman who she was dealing with, and others chose to not believe her. And as a result of her reporting what happened there, both the management of that property, the folks in the housing agency retaliating against her, they attempted to send her way the fuck out to Pacoima, which is another problem we're finding with the so-called housing agencies and their efforts to house black people when they are evicted or they lose their homes, is they further participate in displacing black folks, relocating them way out of communities, whether they're gang affiliated and they put them in hostile gang neighborhoods, or whether just in general, they're sending black people into primarily Latino communities where there is high racial tension. But she refused to go to Pacoima and other areas they were trying to send her. So she went back to the Ramona Gardens. And since she's been back there, she has again been receiving threats and other acts of intimidation by this group, the Hazards. Just so happened last week, as it's gotten hot as fuck in LA, just like it's hot as fuck today, she went and bought a blow-up pool for her and her daughters to enjoy themselves. But she said while they were in the pool, members of this Hazards gang came to a playground that sits directly in front of her apartment, and were basically staring at them while they were in the pool. And she said the next morning she finds that her pool had been punctured. Somebody was stabbing her pool, and then she actually found a butcher knife sitting next to her pool, which is a clear threat. But again, Isabel, I shared this with Rosie, and I shared with Rosie that the imminent danger this mom is facing and her children. No response. The mom actually called yesterday. She said she didn't get an answer. She hasn't gotten a fucking response. And again, this is the bullshit to where motherfuckers wait and black people are harmed, and then it's like, oh my goodness, my goodness. But you motherfuckers know in advance this shit is happening. Or if a black person is successful in fucking retaliating, then it's like they did our brother Freaky a couple weeks ago, want to give a motherfucker life for taking realistic measures to get these motherfuckers up off of us. So, Isabel, when you were campaigning against Kevin De Leon, at one point we were connected and I spoke to you on the phone because Kevin De Leon has somebody going around stalking you, threatening you, intimidating you. And we spoke about doing security for you. You ended up going with some of our brothers on Skid Row who we know are equally capable of doing security. But just pointing that out, because when you were a person running for office and you needed the people to respond to help you, we responded. But now that you are in a position to actually protect people from other threats that you said you were aware of when you were running against Kevin De Leon, you ain't doing shit. And that's unfucking acceptable. So we need you to respond immediately on Instagram. I will be tagging you in this post. I'm going to let your office know. I'll send it directly to your office so y'all can see this shit too. So you can't say, oh, we wasn't aware if and when some. Next, let's move to Council Member Tim Cosker's district out in Harbor City, where one of our young brothers for several months, if not over a year now, no matter which direction he walks from his home, he's been running into much older racist Mexicans starting some bullshit. And fortunately, he's been able to defend himself to this point. But the more they become aware that he's going to hold his ground, the more they are going to challenge him. And then after the fact, once again, if something happens to him, is, oh, you know, what the fuck happened? Or if he successfully deals with one of those motherfuckers, then y'all gonna want to charge him with some bullshit. We not gonna keep playing this motherfucking game. Y'all are systemically attempting to set us the fuck up, and we ain't going for it. Lastly, I want to speak on a situation that I believe is happening in Tracy Park's district in Westchester. It's actually kind of where Westchester meets Inglewood and meets Ladera, right there on Lottie here, just south of Centinela, where a young black woman last November went and started selling tacos on the streets on the weekends. And she said, you know, a couple blocks up the street from her, there were two other taco stands out there. But she said just recently, some Mexicans came and set up a taco stand next to her. And she wasn't tripping because she has a far superior product instead of them same nasty ass, boring ass fucking tacos all the rest of them sell. She got a way much superior product, but she said, you know, she wasn't tripping at first. But then they came and started setting up more tents to her in an effort to attempt to bully her off the motherfucking block. Fortunately, it's in an area where it still is a large number of blacks, so we most definitely gonna get out there and support her. But once again, setting notice in advance, so if after the fact some shit happens, you motherfuckers can't be like, oh, you know, it's a terrible thing that's happening out there, because y'all motherfuckers know, y'all read these reports, y'all quietly read these reports every fucking year where you see black people are still the targets of the most fucking hate crimes. And then after the fact, y'all want to respond with all this bullshit. No, you motherfuckers are enabling this shit. If not socially engineered, well, we know the Zionists are socially engineered because they got you motherfuckers on payroll to do this shit. And, you know, I pointed out once before how these motherfuckers are coming for me, because it's not a lot of us who dare to actually speak on this shit, address this shit, and take realistic measures instead of just commenting on fucking posts on social media and just sitting up sharing fucking posts all day, every day about this shit like your asses ain't fucking affected by this. But I shared how they are coming for me with taxes. And I'm just going to briefly share some of that bullshit. So last year, after filing taxes, I found that I owed for my 2024 tax returns about $2,000. So I said, you know what? Okay, I called the number and I set up a pay arrangement. To set up the pay arrangement, you got to pay $187 just to set up to pay the motherfuckers back. So I agreed to pay $50 a month. So I believe I made the first payment, whatever. Then the second notice to make my next payment, I believe, came late. So they ended up getting my payment late. And then they charged me a fucking late fee. They send out the fucking notice late. I end up paying it late, so they charged me a late fee. So I said, you know what? Okay, I'm a start priority mailing this shit. And I sent in a fucking $100 payment. I doubled what I agreed to pay. Then them motherfuckers, they raise up the monthly penalty that I get, and they raised up the motherfucking interest. I said, okay, I'm gonna double that shit. Send in a $200 payment. Done that shit for about 3 months now. What I noticed, every fucking month, the penalty and the interest goes up to where now the penalty and the interest is over $200. So that means if I continue to make a $200 payment, I'm gonna go into more debt because one, ain't none of the principal being paid, and the sum of both the penalty and the interest is over $200 fucking dollars. When I told them I can only pay $50. So that means they're charging me 4 times as much in penalties and interest, to where that's why motherfuckers can't never get out of debt, because of all of that bullshit they charging. But in addition, the state tax board has been sending me notices to deal with some shit, which I'm not going to speak on because they haven't fully revealed what it is. But they was telling me to call a motherfucking number, and I've been calling that fucking number, leaving messages. They ain't fucking responded. For my tax return for last year, decided I would try to work with a brother. You know, initially he told me, you know, he would have to file for an extension. And I understood because I kind of got at him late and I had some other shit he had to deal with. And we spoke one time after that. I waited a few months, spoke to the brother, I believe, last month. He happened to be in Jamaica. Told me he would get back to me. I called, I think it was last week. Motherfucker didn't answer. So, you know, all of this shit is just not fucking coincidental, y'all. We're not fucking stupid. Clearly some shit is going on in the background. Maybe you motherfuckers trying to build a case to come after me. But like I said, in every single situation, the taxes I was paying, these motherfuckers want to keep going up with the interest and the penalty, not the principal. They keep going up so I can't pay off the fucking principal. The fucking state tax board won't fucking respond. It's past the deadline when they told me shit is due. But I'm just saying all that to say, y'all, because in you know, the coming future, it may be some suspicious shit that happens, but if it's mentioned that it's related to taxes, that's part of what that is. But again, y'all, right now, I'm seeing a nationwide movement speaking specifically to these hangings, which we know the fucking police are doing. Down south, we're speaking, we're calling out the white races that are clearly rising up and attacking blacks. Salute to all the black folks out there who are arming themselves. But here in California, y'all, it's a motherfucking rainbow coalition of haters and hate crimes that we're fucking dealing with. And I also want to call out these motherfucking mulattoes who keep calling themselves the spokespeople of black people who don't fucking understand the full black experience. Some of these motherfuckers are still saying the issues we're having with Latinos really ain't that. I heard some other shit this morning talking about, once again, Palestine and shit in our position. We're not in solidarity with Palestinians. We don't fully know who the fuck are. Man, kill that fucking noise. The thing is, we have evolved. We overstood the position Malcolm took. We overstood the position our great brother, Chairman Fred Hampton Sr. took. But between that time till now, just like with voting, how our ancestors was out there fighting for the rights to vote, we see all of that shit ain't in our favor and actually is working the fuck against us. So that's when we have to fucking evolve our political stance, our economic involvement with these other people, and do what we know is according to our best interests. So again, y'all, I don't need folks sending me videos of encouragement. I don't need fucking videos about a motherfucking laugh. Right now, we need more of you motherfuckers to get off your asses and come out and support. And I'm not saying in these videos everything we need y'all to support us with, because we got a lot of saboteurs who monitor our videos still and attempt to fuck it up. But the same way y'all message me all them fucking videos, find out what the fuck you can do. That's where it's at right now. Like I said, right now, we're dealing with a mom with 3 daughters who are in a very dangerous situation. We're dealing with a young brother. His only support out there is an uncle who are in a very dangerous. We got most of our people in a fucked up situation right now. Because like I said, even here where we outnumber these motherfuckers, when we do take the necessary actions to deal with these motherfuckers, we're then looking at motherfucking charges. So again, I don't need to keep getting all these notifications of just fucking videos of those of you who get to comfortably sit on your ass all day, every day and watch that shit. I ain't got time to listen to other folks talk an hour, 2 hours about the same shit that we know is going on, that we're actually out here trying to organize. And those of you who, again, think you're comfortable, you ain't affected by this shit, man, y'all got to wake the fuck up, y'all, because we all are under motherfucking attack. Let me see if there are any comments right now before I sign off. Damn, these bugs is fucking me up, y'all. Ah, shit. Excuse me 1 second. Ooh-wee. Sometimes I be feeling like these bugs got human teeth, like some of these fucking bikes be feeling. Let me see. Hey, greetings to everybody that joined us. If you're still here, Separation Tactics by our sister Uganda Fierce. How you doing, sis? I ain't seen you in a minute. Redbone 09 says, hi, billion, hi back at you. Life is complex. Taxes was how the feds got Marcus Garvey too, shaking my head. Yeah, you know. And like I said, I know that very likely this is an effort to set me up for some shit. But, you know, like I said in the Damn It Bark freestyle, they're laughing now, but these motherfuckers are going to cry because people who do foul shit are dumb. No matter how intelligent or clever they think they are and preying on other people, they're dumb for even thinking about preying on people. They're psychologically dumb. They're spiritually dumb because they don't understand that shit's going to get them. So if I got to be the bait to bait these motherfuckers out, then fuck it. You know, there's some shit planned for their ass. Redbone 09 says, praying for me, pray for all of us, because we all y'all right now, no matter what fucking age we are. Like I said, we got a 60-year-old elder woman who on 3 fucking occasions, living in her car, came to her car and found 3 different Latino men robbing her in each motherfucking case. She ended up getting arrested because she attempted to use a weapon to defend herself. So again, anybody who think they're in the clear right now, y'all ain't really focused on what the fuck is happening. But with that, I'm going to sign off. I just wanted to hop on real quick because we do got some shit planned to address it. And again, you know, a lot of times when we bring up cases to these council persons and persons in political office, we're also holding the county supervisors accountable to. They want to address those specific individuals. When again, these are systemic issues they're addressing. Part of our reparations claim, in addition to cutting the check, one of the biggest parts of reparations is that those crimes are discontinued. And that's what all of these motherfuckers in government are enabling right now, as they can call for sanctuary cities for these other folks, as they can come up with funds to assist these other. That shit they were talking about last summer doing all them ICE protests, that shit's been calmed down, and we're right back to dealing with the same systemic shit we've been fucking dealing with. So when we are continuing to push our reparations, it's not just about getting a fucking check cut. It's about also getting space for us where we can have sanctuary and get away from all the rest of these psychotic motherfuckers of all races, and laws put into place to protect us. So with that, I'm getting off. Enhance and Power saying bullying is not in the Bible, most definitely. So I do love y'all, but again, I'm asking y'all, please stop sending me all them fucking videos, all right?